Hello everybody, hope they are good. In this video we want to talk about what I think is gonna possibly happen in the next days and also what I expect for today's price action, okay? But so far what I see is that we've been inside this range for quite some time, then you got a deviation here above range highs, and when that happens then you're gonna visit the range lows, and in most cases you see then the breakout at the other end of the deviation, okay? So that will be a breakout to the downside, and we are targeting this potential support here that, if we check at the left of the chart, is basically this zone that it was a strong resistance once, and we haven't tested a support yet, okay? So that's what I see. Now, this zone is a zone where we could be thinking about running some longs, okay? But for that, what I would like to see is either that we come here, we hold this zone, consolidate above support, then, you can go higher towards this target again, range lows, okay? Or drop hard, deviation below this support, get back above it, test it as support, and you have here another long trigger here, again to the range lows. That's what I see for Bitcoin at the moment. I'm still running my short from 31,400. Took some profit at 30k to be honest, but I'm still riding part of that trade, okay? That's what I see for Bitcoin in the bigger picture. Tomorrow we have FOMC meeting, okay? But before we get into that, I'm gonna continue talking about these inefficiencies here, because to be honest, in this zone here, there is still quite a lot of liquidity, okay? Those that mean that we could still see a deviation below this range, get back above, test it as support, and then long until the mid-range. I cannot discard this idea, but I don't see it likely at the moment, okay? Why? Because we have still FOMC tomorrow. They are projecting a 25 basis point hike. That should be still pretty bad for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is already trying to price that in with this drop this week, okay, at the start of the week. But I'm not sure, guys, okay? I think this has the potential to continue dropping because the dollar index is still looking very strong, okay? We're gonna go in a minute through the dollar index, order book, and high block capital. But of course, I'm not discarding this idea. I just don't see it likely, so I'm not gonna bet in favor of this idea until or if we see, get back above here, test it as support, and then here I'll run along here, okay, to the mid range, and I'll cut the short that I'm running from here, okay? But until that doesn't happen, then I believe that Bitcoin is set to continue going lower, okay, to this potential zone. Also, because we have here some liquidity pools, look at these large green candles at the left, okay? Well, this one has been now fully recovered, but you still have some more here, okay, lower. So that's what I think. I think that Bitcoin is eventually gonna go lower. I'm gonna go now through the order book and high block capital to check if it's supporting this idea of Bitcoin going a bit lower or not. And then we're gonna talk about what could potentially happen today. We are now in the order book. I know that could be quite confusing chart for some of you, but I want you to focus in the red bars, because in those zones is where there is more liquidity, okay? Based on limit orders, stop losses, and liquidations, okay? So if you check at this chart, let me ask you a question. Where do you see more liquidity? To the upside or to the downside? Of course, to the downside. Check out 28,500 and 28,200, okay? There is quite a lot more liquidity to the downside. Now, you can see that between 29,500 and 29,300, you can see some liquidity. So, could we see today a push towards that zone before coming lower in the next days to 28,500 and 28,200? That's what this chart, that's what the order book is suggesting. But let's go now to high block capital and see what it says. We're in high block capital, 7 days time frame liquidation heat map, and I want you to check this out, guys. Okay, let's get this on. What do you see here? Okay, you see that between 28,800 and 28,650, there is still quite a lot of liquidity. So this drop isn't done yet, okay? It wouldn't make much sense to push high and then don't come lower. I think they will eventually come to this zone again, okay? To 28,800, 28,700, because there is still quite a lot of liquidity there. I don't know if you guys can see it, those yellow bars. Of course, there is some at 31k, but I can only favor those targets if tomorrow Jerome Powell is quite dovish in his speech in the press conference, and of course if we get back inside this range, okay? Unless if we don't get back inside the range, I'm not gonna favor 31k again. I'm gonna continue favoring lower prices because that's what the structure in the chart is telling me. All right. So basically, I wanted to show you this chart just to inform you that yeah, there is still some liquidity to the downside still. So going back to Bitcoin, we've seen that there is still indeed some more liquidity in this zone here. Okay, so they could live down till tomorrow, okay, until the FOMC. So they will be setting some kind of trap today. Now let me go into the 1 hour time frame. Let's talk now about what could potentially happen today. To be honest with you guys, usually the day before a major news announcement, the market is usually boring and stay quiet and not very volatile. So that's what I'm expecting for today. Now I want you to notice something, okay? We've dropped very aggressively here, okay? Then they set this green candle. We thought that this could have been the end here, okay? But they continue dropping and they set another large green candle here, okay? So if we check the volume, check this out, okay? Look at the volume. What do you see here? You see here that the large green candles have quite a lot of volume, okay? So this is telling me that at least for today, I don't think that they are planning to set price lower, okay? Because this is telling me that they've said, okay, that's enough shorting, time to stabilize the price in this zone with this volume in these green candles, okay, to stop all the selling pressure. And now I think that the most likely thing is that price stabilizes in this zone until the news announcements comes out tomorrow. Now, if we see some volatility today, or if today it wasn't, sorry, I have an alarm going on there. If today wasn't the day before the FOMC, so I would be expecting some more volatility, then I could tell you guys, okay, you could have here a potential 3 taps pattern, okay? First tap, second tap. Now you're waiting for the third tap maybe here, okay? So you have here the 3 taps pattern, and then you can see a reversal towards this zone. Could this happen today? I'm not sure, because again, the day before a major news announcement, the market likes to be quiet and wait until then. So I'm not really expecting this. I don't think that today would be a good day for day traders. Of course, yes, if you go into the 5 minutes time frame, 1 minute time frame, there is always some wicks or imbalances that you can trade, okay? But I'm not expecting much, to be honest. The maximum thing that we could see in the next 24 hours, it's something like this, in my opinion. Literally, something like this. Again, if this happens, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is a 1.5% move, okay, with some leverage. You could take it to a 5% to 10%, but again, not much going on in Bitcoin, if I'm honest with you guys. So be careful trading until tomorrow. Now tomorrow, I'm gonna try to post a video a bit earlier to talk about the FOMC and what we could potentially see going on tomorrow. Okay, so stay tuned, guys. Also, in yesterday's video, I asked you if you wanted me to post an altcoin market update. A lot of you said yes, so I'll probably post that video on the weekend. Okay, so you have also some content on the weekend, Monday to Friday, daily update with Bitcoin, and then at the weekend, an altcoin update. I almost forgot to talk about the DXY, okay? This is what we've basically been projecting for the last few days, okay? This potential deviation, they can get back inside, well, get back above this previous support zone, okay? Test their support. You can see that that happened here, okay? And then, since then, it's been pushing higher. And in yesterday's video, we've been talking about this gap here in the dollar index that you can see that they are filling today, okay? So pretty much quite bullish on the dollar index. Also with the news tomorrow with a new 25 basis points hike. I think they are already starting to price that in. Not gonna lie to you, because 90 99.8% of the market is expecting the 25 basis points, so I don't think there is any doubt that they're gonna hike tomorrow, to be honest. So I think that's why the dollar index has been rallying since then, because they're starting to price that in now. If tomorrow we hear Jerome Powell saying something quite hawkish in the press conference, okay, like for example, not discarding new interest rate hikes or talking about inflation still as a big problem and that they have still to fight against it, and that there is not gonna be rate cuts this year. If he says something like that tomorrow, if he goes through that tomorrow, then we're gonna see the dollar index continue going higher. All right. So be careful, because you know that Bitcoin trades against the dollar. So having a bullish and a strong dollar, that's not really good news for Bitcoin. Okay. So that's pretty much everything, guys. I hope that you are finding this content useful and that you are learning a lot from the videos. But we've opened these courses for any of you that feel that you want to learn the trading system in detail, step by step, through different lessons with PDFs, pre-recorded videos. So we've opened these courses. You can find some information in the website, CrypNuevo.com. And if you click here in courses, to be honest, most of them are fully booked. Okay, we only have some spaces left for September Group 2 and October Group 2 that's in discount, okay? Because you are booking in advance. So if you're interested, go through the website, gain some information, and feel free to ask me any questions, okay, guys? So that's pretty much everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.